Hello everybody, it's Crafting Just Because with Chris Cowan. I hope everybody's having a great Monday. Just moving a couple things on my desk so that it's not distracting. Okay, so we're going to be playing with the Jungle Pals today. And this is a celebration set that is in the catalog. And for each $50 you spend, you can get the stamp set or the dies. Or if you spend $100, you could get both. And then I'm bringing in the Timeless Arrangements bundle, or sorry, stamp set, because I'm going to use a couple of these sentiments. And I went ahead and pre-cut, because I'm horrible with this punch, some little sentiment strips with the punch so that I could do that without making them all wobbly. And then I did go ahead and color the images only because that does take a lot of time. However, when I post this blog post, it'll have the directions for this card and the colors that I used for coloring. So I want to go ahead and do all the die cutting and stamping first. So let's go ahead and stamp since I have these strips just sitting here. And then we'll do the die cutting and then we'll create this card. Now I did make this card in my, what should I say? I lost my train of thought. I made this card for my stamp group that I belong with, but I never shared it, and I just thought it was so cute that I wanted to share it with you guys. So here we are. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm using these 3 stamps. You're my everything, you make me smile, and you are so kind. And I did not do this on my original card with it's my team, not my group. See, I knew I was having a blank there, but I thought that this would add something cute to the card. So we're going to go ahead and do this. So I'm going to put that there. And then let's get the next one. I am so tired today, you guys. I don't know what it is. There's that one. I mean, I feel pretty good. I just am like, all of a sudden, this afternoon, I kind of was like, I'm hitting it. But what's weird is here, you guys, we're supposed to have some really cold weather coming up. And today it's like 70 degrees. And I am just roasting here in the house. And I think that's what's making me tired. Because I got good sleep for the most part last night. Okay, so our stamping's done because I stamped these previously, but we want to cut those out, and then we're also going to cut out a few other items. So I need to bring in my big cut and emboss machine because we're also going to be die cutting. I'll show you the pieces. We're going to die cut out the vine and the tree, and then we have our tiger and our sloth, and then there's our toucan. And I think I have enough greenery, but I think I'm going to cut some just in case. Just in case. So we'll bring our big shot in. Okay, so I'm using a piece of pecan pie cardstock. And I'm just doing one tree branch. And we're going to cut this up along the side of the card. I forgot it doesn't cut, it just embosses. So I needed to cut that out of the cardstock. Okay, so there's that piece. And then let's do our greenery. So I have some shaded spruce here. I'm going to do a few of those and then one of the hanging vine for our sloth. Okay, I'm going to do another of the greenery. Okay, and now we just need to cut out our little animals. Let's see if we could do those all at one time. I tried to put them far enough apart where that might be possible. So let me just line them up, and I'm going to hold them down with some Post-it tape. There's that one. Here's our little sloth. Looks like we can do all three at one time. I love when that happens. Usually I'm in such a hurry that I stamp them all close together. Without thinking I'm gonna die cut them all out. Okay, so let's get those die cut out. I was trying to move those off my desk, or that tape, so that it wasn't in the way. Okay. Did we get all of our little tiger? Oh, nope. You know what? I'm going to go back through this way really quick. There we go. Just wanted to make sure we got his head. Now we're good. Okay. So we have our little tiger, our little sloth, and our little toucan. There we go. So let's move this off our desk. Okay. And then I'm going to put our dies away so we don't lose those. And sorry about the ring there, you guys. Okay, so now we need to cut our designer series paper and our card base. So we're going to bring in our paper trimmer. We're going to cut our basic white cardstock in half on the 11.5 inch side. We're going to do that at 5.5. Okay. Then we're going to score this at 4 1/4 because that's halfway. Okay. Then what we're going to do, and I'm going to go ahead and fold that down. We're going to open up our card, and we want to cut one side, which is the front, so the right-hand side, some flaps out of the front. We want to cut it at 1 3/4 to the score line and 3 1/2. So I'm going to go ahead and do 1 3/4. And then at 3 1/2. Okay. So now I've cut those into 3 equal shapes. Now what I want to do is from this side, so the right-hand side, from the corner, we're going to score down to that cut line on all 3. So I'm going to push 2 of them in, and I'm going to line up my corner to this corner, and we're going to score that. Whoops. Okay, just like that. Then I'm going to push that one in, and I'm going to bring the next one in, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go from the corner to the corner in there. Okay. Then we're going to push that one in and do the last one. Okay. So now we can fold these. Now you have like a flap. Okay, so your card's going to look like that at some point. But let's push that down just for a minute, set that aside. Now we're going to bring in our designer series paper. And we are going to cut this at 1 1/2 by 4. So let's see if we have this at 4. Ooh, perfect. And then we need 3 pieces of this. Okay. Let's go ahead and cut at 1 1/2. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we need to cut those pieces diagonally. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to cut from the right corner into that left corner. Okay, and then I'm just going to set them there. Right corner to the left corner. Set them there. Right corner to the left corner. Set them there. Okay, we're done with our paper trimmer. So now we want to glue these pieces onto our card. So I'm just going to go down my row here, adding our designer series paper evenly onto our card. Whoops. There's a fuzzy there. Okay. Ooh, I didn't cut that or score that right. It's okay, it'll be covered up, but I did something wrong on that piece. Is it a little wider? I might have accidentally made that one too wide. Okay, well, we're going to cover it up. Okay, so next, we're going to take our tree and we're going to put this all along this side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and trim off each section. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. To the bottom section. And then do the next one. I'm going to cut it. This is the only one you have to, cut freehand. Whoops. Stuck to the glue on my hands. Okay. And then we're going to have to glue or chop this one down a little bit. Okay. So now I'm working in layers all the way up my tree, okay? Whoops, did I not put any? Add a little glue. So on the bottom layer, I'm just going to add some grass. And I'm only going to glue in that bottom portion of the triangle. So I'm going to, and I'm only going to glue along the bottom because I'm going to tuck that tiger in there as much as I can. So again, I just put a thin layer of glue, put that down just like that, and then we're going to come in with our tiger and glue him down. But I'm only going to put glue on the bottom portion of him because we want him to be able to fold up, okay? Just like that. So he's coming through the grass. Then on the next one, we have our sloth, is what I was thinking. So I'm going to glue this to the corner of that up to the tree there. But I'm going to cut off this leaf so it's not in the way of when we open the card. So I'm going to cut off the leaf on that one side. And I'm going to put glue over the entire strand of that. Okay. And then we're going to glue our little sloth hanging on. Just like that. And then I already had pre-cut a little leaf. And I'm just going to add that to this tree here. And we're going to put our little toucan right there. And so I'm only going to glue the bottom portion of him as well. Okay. Then what we're going to do is, let's see the style I want this. Let's see. You make me smile. You're so kind. You're my everything is how I want this to go down. So we are going to add dimensionals to the back, and we're going to work our way down, adding our sentiments for our little easel card here. So there's You make me smile. Then we'll do You Are So Kind. Whoops. I still hit it. So then we'll put our little sloth down. Just like that. And then You're My Everything. So there is your little easel pop-up card. Pretty cute, huh? And then when it'll fold flat and they can have all their sentiments, and you can either write in between here or on the back for your message to your special someone. So thanks for joining me today, you guys. I really had fun creating this card with you. And until next time, my creative peeps, I will see you later. Bye-bye.